Most of them were 5 stars. I kid you not.
What movie did they watch?
There's a lot of
Turn it on again, don't know why we do it. Bad movies rolling, sticking right through it. Nate says it's great, Jason says you're high. Same damn fight, different ass night. We've seen worse, said it out loud. Still here, still watching somehow. Then one sneaks in, nobody planned. Didn't think we'd ever see 5 trees land.
From straight stumps to the ones that hit, 5 trees landed, didn't expect it.
No script, no fix,
Just 2 bad takes.
it's time for trees in space.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jason. That is Nate. And this is the Trees in Space Show, your favorite movie review channel, where we discuss and rate all movies using our unique graded system of trees and stumps. Today we are reviewing the 2026 rated PG-13 adventure fantasy starring Nicholas Galitzine and Jared Leto. So,
Jared Leto again ruins a movie.
I tell you, we do our best not to spoil movies, but I cannot discuss this movie without spoiling some parts of it.
We'll have to do our best because obviously, yes, at the time of recording this, we just saw the movie. It's June 4th, 2026. I think technically it's released tomorrow.
Tomorrow, technically.
But some reason our theater had a early showing last night and we got in today. And I have some takes, just like the fact that I didn't realize Jared Leto wasn't in it until the end, and I was like, oh, that's why I feel the way about this movie.
He played Skeletor. Well, let me explain to everyone this particular.
Explain it.
After being separated for 15 years, the Sword of Power leads Prince Adam back to Eternia, where he's discovered his home shattered and under the fiendish rule of Skeletor. To save his family and his world, Adam must join forces with his closest allies, Tila and Duncan, our man-at-arms, and embrace his true destiny as He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe.
Okay. First off, question. I know you don't have answers, but if they're his, would you say most trusted
Allies,
yes, right? He's been gone for 15 years.
Yeah.
How can he trust? How then they trust, except for the fact he has the sword, and they have to assume they should trust him.
I don't think they trusted him at first until he turned into He-Man. And
oh yeah, and then her mouth started drooling.
Well, that's because he was. Oh, by the way, I'm so in love with Tila. Oh my god, I don't know who the actress is.
I want to tell you that I love the opening score. Like the scoring in this film is absolutely perfect.
I enjoyed a lot of the fight choreography. I didn't care for the CG parts of it. Sometimes CG, is it CG, CGI.
Yeah.
Some of it was great. Snake Mountain was great. Castle Grayskull was great.
Looked a little small.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it also isn't put that close to freaking
like Cinderella's castle at Disney World looks bigger than Castle Grayskull.
Grayskull is supposed to be a long way away and protected a lot better than this one was.
Yeah, but even when they were close, it was like the size of the popcorn bucket.
Yeah. But I tell you, the Skeletor, I hated his bodysuit or whatever that was. If that's a bodysuit or if that was CGI, did not like the.
I thought he looked ripped as crap.
He did.
He was jacked. Yeah, when he first came through, and then he changed.
Yeah, something like they stopped using CGI or they just used a bodysuit.
Like the skull of him was brilliant. But yeah, the suit just it was different. I thought like, yeah, okay.
Something changed. It initially looked great. And then there are if you're a Masters of the Universe fan and you like the cartoons of the 80s and you watch the first movie, and even this kind of falls back into that type of Masters of the Universe, not so much like the Revelations from Kevin Smith.
He's back all right. I'd sure like to fist him.
Not so much like the cartoons from the early 2000s. This more is a throwback to the 80s.
When Adam was talking about The place.
Earth?
No, the other place.
Eternia?
Eternia. Thank
Okay.
you. We was talking about Eternia as a narration
Mhm.
in the beginning of the movie. They had him on a date. That was dumb. Why couldn't he have been talking to like, I don't know,
Psychologist?
or maybe a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like he's just an author and he wrote a
He's
book.
telling a story. Maybe he's a clown.
Maybe he's reading from his book.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a comic book. The fact that he works in HR, like, and he's a bitch. Like, even when he was a little fucking kid, he was a whiny little Anakin Skywalker.
But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Well, I mean, he was the king's son, which is correct. But they don't explain how, because he gets thrown back to Earth, running from Skeletor with the
Yep.
power sword. And he's like 10.
Yeah,
And next thing you see him, he's 25.
right.
With the job in human resources.
Yep.
Like, okay, well, did he just show up and no one should have figured out where he's from? He needs a social security card. He's an illegal alien at this point in time. And we all know that he'd be sent back to whatever place he came from if he was caught.
Stay out of politics.
And they couldn't send him back to Eternia. So what were they going to do? I did like his boss. I loved the boss react.
I hated. Oh, I'm sorry. I hated that bit. I thought she was a twat.
She was such a good stereotype of the gentle teaching and the gentle bossing and the
She was unbearable.
yeah, but she was like the extreme version of that.
She was condescending.
So she was condescending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to slap her in the throat.
Yeah, I thought it made me laugh. That made me laugh.
It made me laugh more that her name was Susie. That made me laugh. That was probably the only thing in this movie that made me laugh. There were so many attempts at jokes, a lot, and they gave Skeletor like all the funny lines, and we were in a theater with at least 15 people, and not one giggle, chuckle, laugh at all.
Stop it. Get some help.
I think you laughed once.
I heard people behind me laugh and cheer. So he's hating on the movie. So he's hating on it because he knows I loved He-Man. That's all he's doing.
No,
he's replacing my goon.
I genuinely wanted to like this movie more. The whole time though, I couldn't see anything other than Star Wars. And then I realized in the end credits that this is a Lucasfilms product.
Oh.
And I was like, well, there it is. The spaceships, the way everything was animated, the sound effects of the spaceships, the young Prince Adam again looked like a young Luke Skywalker. He had the same whiny entitledness, like he was just or not entitled, but he was just whiny.
They mixed many movies together here. They did the Ragnarok thing about the jokes and stuff. They threw in a little bit of Lion King where you have to go back. When you come back, your kingdom's destroyed. And you got to fix it from your whoever that is.
Had a little bit of a Marvel movie.
Yeah,
feel.
that has definitely Marvel in there. They didn't do their own thing. They Frankensteined all these different movies and stuff and stuck it together to make this a good movie.
And it was just that it needed to be rewritten. I just couldn't follow the storyline, and for a movie that was 2 hours and 45 minutes.
No, 2015, 10 out of 10.
For a movie that was 2 hours and 10 minutes, it felt like it was 2 hours and 45, and I really feel like it was like at least 45 minutes too long.
I think it ran perfectly fine. I think it was too long, but I think it was a fast 2 hours. But then again, I'm the one catching all the Easter eggs. I'm the one understanding the different little things we're seeing, like Spycore, like Beastman, like Mossman, Trapjaw. I mean, when you see Trapjaw and Man-at-Arms fight, for people that don't know this, I had the whole collection, and I had them all, beat each other up. When I was 15, I crushed them with hammers if they died in my little fight. I told you this.
Yep.
Trapjaw and Man-at-Arms, they fought in my brain, and Man-at-Arms won and killed Trapjaw. So when I saw this fight, I'm like, yeah, they got this right.
Great story, Grandpa.
I don't like that they use Triclops as well. I also don't like the fact that they didn't use Stratos, which is, these are the spoilers I'm talking about, which is the king of the flying people. I think Grizzler was that one. There's two beast people. There's Beast Man, the main, and then there was the other beast-looking, wolf-looking, or like, I think that's Grizzler, but I can't be sure.
I heard you mumble something in the theater.
Yeah, I think that was Grizzler.
When Grayskull is getting attacked, right? And the lady's like, Adam, hurry, get the sword. He had no hurry.
No.
No hurry. At no point does he ever really have hurry, nor is he cardiovascularly endowed.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like, he gets winded. Oh, and I'm sorry, but they tried to hide this guy's muscle.
Oh, they tried.
But it failed.
Especially when he became He-Man or the Power Man or whatever, because that's another thing we're going to discuss.
Oh, yeah, and like, he was the gym, and they have that cameo in there. I don't know if you want to say who it is, but there's a key cameo, and he's like, clear in my brain, I'm like, bro, you lift. There's no way that's natural, superhuman, god natural like just
So because when he turns into He-Man the first time on the bridge, and they take his shirt comes off of him, they have to CGI him without muscles. They have to make him look so small.
Yeah.
And then he muscles up, and that's his actual body. So they did that backwards. I like the fart. I like the part where he's like, "Why's my shirt gone? Do I have to get a new shirt every time?"
Yeah. Do I have new pants?
Yeah, that's funny because
Not quite sure what happened to my shirt, though. Where are my pants? Do those come back, or...?
that's a good question. The Hulk has to ask that question. Never does. You know, it's like when someone transforms and goes back, do they have to go find their clothes again?
What did you think about the Skeletor maniacally laughing and nobody else laughed?
It made me feel a lot of the damn parody for the James Bond movies, the Dr. Evil.
Yeah, Austin Powers.
Yes, when they
And then they called it back again.
Yeah.
And then they called it back again. Like
because they didn't. The tone of the movie. That's my biggest problem with this movie, is they could have made it more serious with a few good jokes in there, or they could have made it like Ragnarok and make it really funny. But they pushed too hard into that, so it turned out to be like Love and Thunder, and you know, it just kind of. But I don't like how I kind of do like. He was so young when he left, he didn't know what anybody's name was, so he named them the names that we know, Trapjaw, Mechaneck, you know, these different names, Fisto, and but in the comics that come with the characters, they all have actual names.
Oh,
in the comic book, so they do have names. So I think that was kind of funny how that went.
Yeah. My last question for you: what universe do police officers arrest somebody for stealing a sword and wielding it in public, but don't handcuff him, then get out of the police cruiser with said sword in his immediate reach?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but that was crazy to me. I saw that, and that was just so the story can happen. That's why they did that.
And then you didn't? Did you see me go?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I saw you. I'm like, yeah, he's talking about how the guy is sitting in the back of the police squad with his hands not cuffed, not behind him, and the sword not in the trunk of the car.
Yeah. And he could easily get at the two officers with
he could have.
ease.
I thought it was kind of interesting. I did think it was funny when we were trying to find the sword in the store talking to everybody.
Yeah.
That was cute. That was funny. That's the type of comedy that should have been. And
that was very Shazam-y.
yes. There's another movie that it's bit off of.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry, the sword's mine.
But I do love Tila, and I liked Allison Bree's in this as Eva Lynn from Community.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is it Community? with Chevy Chase and
Yeah.
the main female actress, not the blonde
Yeah.
one, the other one. Yeah. So they tease a sequel
Yep.
at the end.
There's 2 credit scenes. There's like a mid and then an end.
Yeah. So
So you
keep,
guys stick through it.
keep your eye out for that. And if it does well enough, Amazon will make a sequel. It might go straight to Amazon, but
Yeah, MGM, Amazon, yep.
yeah. So is there anything else you want to show the movie over? No? Okay. Well, let's see what some critics and other people said about this movie.
It's just a matter of opinion.
Okay, we got some 3 reviews here. It was hard to find, believe it or not, less than 5-star reviews. Most of them were 5 stars. I kid you not.
What movie did they watch?
There's a lot of 4.5s, but I didn't want to spend a whole year and a half reading them, so I just picked short ones.
You actually could have gotten the first review too.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that. That's what the old-fashioned people did. Not us new people.
I mean, I would have gone for it.
Yeah. Well, the first one is from Kimberly E with 3.5 stars. I didn't grow up with He-Man or any of these Masters of the Universe. It was like a little before my time, so I went in this knowing nothing. As a film, it was funny, poked fun at itself, and had a pretty good plot and interesting characters. It felt a little too cheesy at times, but seemed like an entertaining movie for kids.
Yeah, I also didn't like how they had to like redevelop a backstory.
Yeah,
There's so much canon in this. Like it's like when they kept doing the Spider-Man movies and they just re-canoned the whole
They
thing.
could have, like you said, they could have cut off, I mean, not 45 minutes, but they could have cut off a good 20, 25. And they didn't need all that. They did not need the beginning of him going to Earth. They could have figured out a different way and just did it all on the
Well, I
journey.
think they could have cut 45 minutes out by rewriting the script and having a better storyline.
Well, I think they wanted to introduce a lot of characters, which I did. I did like at the very end when they're all laughing, they're going, ha ha ha, and all like that. I started laughing during that.
Yeah.
Because in the cartoon, whenever they laugh in the cartoon, all the characters did the exact same thing. They put their hands on the hips,
Yeah.
all of them in one
That was
group.
very 80s.
Yes, and I thought that was wonderful. So
you and somebody else laughed.
things like that was what that I enjoyed. So the next one is Daniel B, 2 stars. Great visual and some interesting action sequence that are completely throttled by an unbelievably boring script that is saturated in Marvel-like jokes that me and my audience forgot to laugh at. That's what we just said. We were basically.
Oh my God! Almost.
Yeah.
Did I write this?
It says Nathaniel B.
I mean, Daniel was able to put that into the same words I was saying.
Yeah, it's just I think they took a lot of inspiration from a lot of different movies.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of this worked over here, this worked.
Right.
Like took a lot of works,
Right.
threw them together, and had an amazing intellect come through and reword it a little bit to make a script.
And Skeletor's evil just because he's evil.
And Jared Leto.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's. Well, I'll just get to the very end. Okay, the last review is from Paige, and it's a 4-star review. It's a modern 80s movie. It's action-packed and cheesy, full of montages and a killer soundtrack. I doubt if it'll resonate with all audiences, but for millennials, is maybe a masterpiece. You're the millennial, you tell me.
I will very soon, but first you gotta tell me what you think about this movie.
Well, now that we heard other people's opinions, along with hearing our own initial impressions, how do we actually think this movie stacks up? Here are our final thoughts and ratings for the 2026 Masters of the Universe.
People in general need to take rating things more seriously.
Okay. I was telling Nate on the ride back that I'm having trouble as the critic part of me that, tries to see movies unbiasedly. And the nostalgic part of me that really loved He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I don't like how Battle Cat's in this a little bit, but he did not change into Battle Cat. He was always Cringer. Didn't like that. There's a lot of things I did not like. A lot of characters that should have showed up and didn't show up. There's a lot of characters that showed up and just stood there for 2 seconds, didn't have no real parts, and they were kind of gone later. I ain't gonna mention, I'm not mentioning any characters that got killed, but I'm not happy with the characters that got killed. The soundtrack was great. The special effects were really good. I like the action sequences. Would I recommend it to my surgeon? Absolutely, because I'm a Master of the Universe fan. Doesn't mean the movie's a great movie. Now I'll say that. If you like Masters of the Universe, watch this film. So all that being said, as much as I'm trying to be unbiased, I just can't. I can't be unbiased on this movie. I love this movie. I'm going to go watch it again. But just because I love it doesn't mean it's a 5-tree movie. It's not even a 4-tree movie. It's barely a 3-tree movie. But that's what I'm giving it.
My turn, assholes.
I will not recommend this movie to my surgeon. It's a rehashed movie of almost everything we've seen in the last 10 years. It wasn't. I know Master of the Universe isn't original, but it's not original. To me, none of the storylines really made sense. Characters were introduced, but were just there to be shadow puppets. It was kind of like playing a Resident Evil video game when you eliminate a zombie and you go back and the body's gone. Like Trapjaw, when he had his arm ripped off, where did he go? He just disappeared. Like there was no mention of it. Adam was willy-nilly with the power sword. Like any person, anything could have grabbed it at any time. He was just lackadaisical. He was whiny. He lacked any sort of charisma or like a charm to bring bring a spotlight to the main character. Like Jared Leto outshined him as Skeletor. Like really, that's a lot to say about this major motion picture. It wasn't great. And I feel bad because you have really high expectations, and to have you tell me it's a 3-tree movie is
I'm being honest.
so with all of that said, I'm not going to go much more into it. I think it's a 2-tree movie. At one point I wrote it down and I just put it down. And then we still had like an hour left, it felt like.
We probably did. But
including the credits, yeah.
Yeah. We heard it here. He gives it 2 trees, which is high praise from him. That's like giving Goon 2 trees. I gave it 3 trees. But tell us what you think. Tell him if you like this movie. Have you seen this movie? Did we spoil the movie? Did we make you not want to watch it? Or did we make you want to watch it? Please let us know. And remember always that I have the power. And we'll see you next week on Trees in Space.
Bad movies rolling, sticking right through it. Nate says it's great, Jason says you're high. Same damn fight, different ass night. We've seen worse, said it out loud. Still here, still watching somehow. Then one sneaks in, nobody planned. Didn't think we'd ever see 5 trees land.
From straight stumps to the ones that hit, 5 trees landed, didn't expect it.
No script, no fix,
just 2 bad takes.
It's time for Trees in Space.